All right, so we're gonna walk through just what needs to happen after you've gone out and recorded some reels, whether or not you've brought the camera back into the office or you just left it on the car. In any case, you'll need to get your SSD out of the camera, bring it to your computer. We're using a laptop for demonstration purposes, so it'll be a little slow on the processing side. But we've got it plugged in. We'll open up File Explorer here, and we're going to see it as our local disk. I'm going to go ahead and copy these into a folder for us. And I've already got them there, just to save us some time. And then we want to use Mosaic Processor to process these. With Mosaic Processor open, we're going to go ahead and select the folder of reels that we've got. So I'm going to go ahead and select that folder there. You can also do it right from the SSD if you need to, but I like to have everything in its right place. And then I'm going to output them to a folder I created called panoramas. And then we're going to run Mosaic Processor. It gives an output here saying that it's working on. It's going to go ahead and check the video files and make sure they all look good. And then it's going to start rendering the panoramas. And after that, it'll georeference them. And so basically, once you've got here, you can walk away and wait for the stitching process to be over. It's really that simple.
Okay, so we finished processing our reels in Mosaic Processor. I'll give you an example of what that output will look like. You'll get your folders and have your panos inside them. They'll all be uniquely named, so there'll be no repeating names between folders of reels, which is helpful when you're managing really large data sets. You can see all the thumbnails here. Just in Windows, they'd open up like an image. So just in their 2x1 equirectangular format. And I'll open up the properties panel. And here under details, you can see some basic information, but the GPS, the lat long altitude has been embedded into the panorama. And just for a basic idea, we'll go ahead and this one reel, and we're going to go throw it into Mapillary, just so it gives a little bit of an idea of what you can do with your reels. So if I had a lot of folders in here, reel 25, 26, etc., you could just grab them all or the parent folder and drag them right into the Mapillary upload window. It's asking me about enabling automatic upload, which is usually enabled, especially when I'm going to upload a lot of stuff to Mapillary. But in this case, I've disabled it just so it'll pause on the screen where it'll show us basically all the points on the map. So we'll just go for a moment and we'll be right back. So this one individual reel with a few thousand images, and we can see them all here aligned along the Pacific Coast Highway, ready to be uploaded to Mapillary. Thank you.
So we uploaded all of our imagery to Mapillary, and that didn't take too long, but we just fast forwarded to this moment. And we're just going to quickly explore the map and show you a couple quick things that'll make Mapillary a little more useful for you, especially if you're getting started for the first time. So when you first get on Mapillary and you're not logged in, you can like holy smokes, there's a ton of imagery here. How are we gonna find our stuff? We could do it the old-fashioned way, and we can zoom in. I know I was in Los Angeles, and then I know I was on the Pacific Coast Highway. Shoot, that's gonna be tough to find. Exactly. I know I was east of Malibu, and then I zoom in further, and it's like, whoa, all right, there's a ton of people who've uploaded imagery here. So to make things easier, we've got all these great tools here for filtering out imagery. So first one we can do is like, let's filter out by 360 panoramas only. Mapillary allows you to upload just, flat images as well. So actually, it looks like when we did this, we just really did cut down on all the extra stuff. Let's see if this is me. Mosaic 51, Dylan. Boom, there I am. So we didn't actually have to really add a ton of filters to it. But if we wanted to, and we would say, so we would want to say Mosaic um, 51 Dylan. We'd add me as a user for the image filter. Um, and close that out. We can do by date as well, which is really useful if you're uploading lots of stuff on a regular basis to Mapillary. Just so maybe if you did a capture 1 year or 1 month, and then you uploaded a second capture in the same area the next month or the next year, um, it helps so you can just show those filters. And those filters come in extra handy in just a little bit. So I'll just kind of jump around on the map a little bit. It's 360 imagery, so I think we all get the concept. Mapillary does do that sort of like, I don't want to say lazy load, but you're not going to get the highest resolution pano as soon as you load it. So as you zoom in, things will get a little bit clearer. And yeah, you can just drag around, click around. We'll go back to this map view real fast, and you can see this line is pretty hard to see on the map. But that is all the imagery I did for this one particular reel that we processed. And you can see it's really dense. I did use just the out of the box receiver, so just your basic 3D fix. No RTK, no correction on this. That wasn't the purpose of collecting this data. We didn't need that level of positional accuracy, but because there was going to be quite a lot of it, and I might have had some issues getting like N-trip set up and stuff like that, and there might have been, oftentimes in these disaster areas, there can be issues getting service and stuff like that. So but I did talk about those filters and why they're important, is because every time you add a filter, every time you change your viewport, or you change the way the map is zoomed out, what level it is, that is going to change what this URL is. So if we go ahead and open up a new window and paste that URL, this is great because even people who aren't logged in will be able to still see how you've sorted it. So we still maintain that the user is sorted by my username, and that we've only restricted it to 360 panorama imagery, and we're in the same place, right? Yes. Okay. For a second there, got lost. But again, I mean, this is just a great way to quickly get from recording out in the field, copying your data onto the machine, processing it quickly, and then taking those georeferenced JPEGs that we showed you earlier and dropping them into Mapillary, and boom, you've got them online. You can, this isn't the end of the road. You can take all of these JPEGs and put them into other applications if you want to. Go ahead and even just turn on play mode here so we can just let it navigate. And all this would take, less than 24 hours realistically, unless Mapillary was having a fit. And if you thought even like a next step further, if you were posting your own private street view, and we're controlling that next step of the publishing process, like where the data was being hosted and stuff like that on your own projects. You're getting the data online even faster. So great for showing people. We're not even logged in or signed up in this example, just to show you the imagery I uploaded. And yeah,